You win the house, then right before closing, your lender tells you to bring another $50,000 in cash or your deal is dead. That's what can happen when you waive the appraisal contingency without understanding the risk. And it's just one of 5 mistakes that can cost home buyers $50,000 or much more. As a listing agent who's closed hundreds of deals, I see buyers get trapped like this all the time when they get caught up in competition and get carried away. The first mistake you need to know about happens before the bidding even starts. Chapter 1. Anchoring to an asking price. A house is listed at $700,000, so you assume that's about what it's worth. But that's a mistake because the asking price doesn't tell you the value. Sometimes a home is priced low to attract attention. Sometimes it's priced high to test the market. And sometimes it's priced just right. You don't know the value just from the asking price. What tells you the value is the sold comps. That's the number you should build your offer around, not the list price. If the sold comps support $650,000 and you pay the list price, you just overpaid by $50,000. And it happens all the time, and it's one of the most common ways buyers overpay. Now, overpaying is bad, but buying blind can even be worse. Chapter 2. Buying blind. You waive the inspection to make your offer stronger, and you win the house. Then after closing, you find out the roof needs to be replaced, or the foundation has a structural problem, or the sewer line is cracked, and then another problem and another. Now you have $50,000 in problems that you didn't see coming. And that's the real danger of waiving the inspection. You're buying the house blind. That inspection is what gives you a chance to find out what you're really buying before the deal is final. And once you close, you can't go back and renegotiate. You can't ask for a credit. The problem is yours. But hidden repairs are not the only way buyers get hit with a surprise bill. Chapter 3. Waiving the appraisal. You agree to pay $850,000 for the house, but the appraisal comes in at $800,000. That's a problem because the bank doesn't lend based on what you offered, it lends based on what the property appraised for. So now you have to come up with that $50,000 difference in cash just to close. And you just paid $850,000 for something worth $800,000. Waiving the appraisal does make your offer stronger, but the cost is that it shifts the risk to you. If the property appraises low, you have no right to renegotiate. You can either bring the cash or you lose the deal and your deposit. And that's how this decision can cost you $50,000 or more. And even if you get the price and terms right, the wrong location can still cost you later. Chapter 4. Bad location. 2 homes can be in the same neighborhood and have very different values. One home may be on a quiet, attractive block in the best part of the neighborhood. Another may be on a noisy street next to a commercial property and heavy traffic. That difference matters a lot because when it's time to sell, buyers notice these differences and pay for them. In most neighborhoods, that gap can be a lot greater than $50,000. The mistake buyers make is thinking, it's the same neighborhood, so the value should be about the same. Not true. In real estate, small location differences can create big price differences. Smart buyers consider the block, the noise, the traffic, the surrounding buildings, the school zone, the convenience, and the overall feel. Because buying the wrong house in the right neighborhood can be a very expensive mistake. But even on the right block, buyers still lose money when they don't know when to stop. Chapter 5. Having no ceiling. You tell yourself you won't go above $800,000. Then the seller asks for everyone's highest and best, so you go to $815,000. Then your agent calls and says you're close, but not in first. So you go to $825,000. Then you think, what's another $10,000? I love this house. So now you're at $835,000. That's how people overpay. Not usually in one huge jump, but in small steps. Once the pressure starts, you get emotionally invested and you want to win. You start justifying every increase because you're already mentally moved into the house. That's why you need to have an offer ceiling decided before the offers start going back and forth. Because when the comps support $800,000 and you get pushed to $850,000, you're losing $50,000 because you didn't decide in advance where to stop. Getting your offer accepted is not enough. The real goal is to buy the right property at the right price with terms that don't create undue or unmanageable risk. Because a bad deal doesn't always feel bad on closing day. It feels bad when the repairs show up, when the appraisal comes in low, or when you realize you paid more than the property was really worth. If you're planning to buy anywhere in the U.S., I can connect you with an experienced agent from my network who knows how to help buyers avoid these costly mistakes. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe. I release new videos every Friday. Thanks for watching.